The following is a message from the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport.
My fellow Jamaicans, good evening. For too long, the people of Jamaica have been unnecessarily burdened by the flawed negotiations in 2001 and 2016 by the previous PNP administrations, therefore not benefiting the Jamaican people. Our electricity prices remain among the highest in the region, and the system continues to show serious vulnerabilities, particularly in the face of hurricanes. This is unacceptable. We only have to remember Hurricane Daryl 1 year ago and the intervention that I as minister with the support of my administration had to make on behalf of the Jamaican people after JPS failed on several occasions to meet the restoration deadlines. The Jamaican people suffered severe inconveniences both economically and personally, and this must never happen again. The current license is deeply flawed and urgently needs reform. This past July presented us with a first opportunity in a generation to reform the system and put Jamaica first. Without decisive government intervention, the existing arrangements would have remained in place for at least another decade. The Jamaica Public Service Company currently holds a license to operate until July 2027. We have made it abundantly clear we will not renew the license on the same terms. In the meantime, JPS is required to continue operations under the conditions outlined in its existing licenses. The current electricity framework suffers from many issues, but I want to highlight 4 fundamental problems. 1. JPS holds a monopoly on transmission and distribution with a legal right of first refusal to replace generating assets. This stifles real and robust competition in the sector. 2. There is no independent system operator, which creates a conflict of interest in 2 distinct ways. JPS can prioritize its own generation, even when cheap alternatives exist. New independent power producers must negotiate a power purchase agreement with JPS, the very company they must compete with for generation. The system lacks adequate resilience to hurricanes, putting our people and economy at risk. There are insufficient incentives to reduce electricity losses, leading to inefficiencies that all Jamaicans ultimately pay for. Put simply, the existing license allows the licensee to maximize its profits without delivering corresponding benefits to the Jamaican people. The new electricity arrangements must achieve these clear goals: more competition in the sector, lower electricity prices, greater resilience during natural disasters, a cleaner, greener grid powered increasingly by renewables instead of imported fossil fuels. To achieve these goals, we will introduce greater competition in the electricity sector, implement stronger regulations where competition is limited, leverage technology and innovation to reduce system losses and improve reliability and resilience. These changes have been long overdue. The licenses negotiated in 2001 and 2016 by the previous PNP administration have not benefited the over 600,000 customers, affecting millions of Jamaicans. To make real change possible, this government has taken the necessary step of issuing a formal notice of its intention to purchase JPS, should that become necessary. Let me be clear. If JPS is willing to accept meaningful reform and fundamental changes, we can talk. Failing which, the government will proceed to acquire JPS and award a new licensee to operate on the conditions set out by the government of Jamaica, which will be to the benefit of the Jamaican people for the first time. We are already in receipt of interest by several credible and serious potential investors who are ready to step in and deliver for Jamaica. Let me hasten to reassure the hard-working staff of JPS. Your jobs are not at risk. Regardless of who operates the system after 2027, the continuity of employment and the valuable expertise you bring to the sector will be protected. This transition is about reforming the system, not disadvantaging the people who keep it running every day. This is not about the government taking over the operations. We do not expect the government to run the electricity system itself, but we are prepared to take this step to ensure that the Jamaican people get the system they deserve. The course of action is only possible now because of the improved state of public finances, thanks to the discipline and sacrifices made by the Jamaican people over the past decade. We are in a position to make bold decisions in the national interest. It's now time for Jamaica to reap the benefits of those sacrifices through an electricity system that is more affordable, more reliable, more resilient, and more sustainable. This minister and this administration are committed to Jamaica's energy independence at the national level, corporate level, and most importantly, ensuring that individual households can install solar, generate their own electricity, and enjoy lower prices. A new license and regulatory arrangement negotiated for the first time by a Jamaica Labour Party administration will finally liberate every Jamaican's lower-cost energy future. Jamaica, the choice is yours to decide. Let this minister and this administration do what the previous PNP administration failed to do on the last two negotiations. Thank you, and may God bless Jamaica. Have a pleasant evening.
This message was brought to you by the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport.